Hi there, welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm Ben Jones. Joining me in the studio today is Lizzie Gent from Chronologica. Lizzie, thank you very much for coming in once again.
My pleasure. Nice to be here.
So you've been in the studio previously. It was a couple of years ago though, so can you give us a recap of what Chronologica offers and the type of clients that you have?
Yeah, with pleasure. Chronologica is a private administration management company working for generally time-poor individuals and families who engage us to manage their household administration and their personal administration throughout the year. So effectively, we give them a personal assistant and a private office to manage them and their family's affairs. So the type of clients, very busy, time poor, long hours, perhaps they don't speak French, so they struggle to handle the language, of dealing with service providers here in Switzerland. Perhaps dual income families, because obviously they have even less time, and generally people who want to spend that kind of 15 hours less a month, on average, managing their affairs when they can outsource it to Chronologica and have a professional company managing it for them.
Now, what advancements and developments have you made since you were last in the studio?
Well, over the last 2 years, time's flown quickly. We've developed a few different areas. Obviously now, we've always had the annual service looking after our annual clients. We've also developed the people who need us for times of need. So annual clients, we're receiving their mail, paying their bills, managing their service providers, managing their service contracts, their activities, their schools for the children, their insurances, compilation of tax documents for them and all the family, being the first point of contact really for all their service providers, especially for the household. So, managing their plumbers, electricians, gardeners, boiler contracts and so forth. And that has gradually developed really well. The service is very much enjoyed and needed. But then we also started concentrating on those people who didn't want necessarily to commit year-round, but they wanted us for these stressful times. So we provided packages that looks after them for house moves, for example. That's a very popular one. They have all the addresses to change, contracts to be transferred when they move house, new categories, car registration documents, new permits. It's a serious amount of work that takes time and is quite stressful if not managed well. So we created these packages. So we have a moving house, we've got a baby package for people having children to make sure that they have everything in place by the time their child arrives, the permit, the insurance. We have marriage packages to change all of the addresses if you get married. These things tend to be quite exhausting when, it's probably the last thing on your mind at the time. Likewise, going on chômage, that was a new package we created. So that's really the one of the main areas, if you like, of development. The second one is our IT system, and that really is our the kind of nerve centre of Chronologica, if you like. We created that to make sure that we could grow bigger and manage all of our affairs as kind of effectively as usual. Obviously, when you have one client, it's easy to manage, but when you have many clients who all have multiple projects, you have to make sure that you have all the systems in place so that you're doing your job and delivering results.
Of course, now technology as a business grows becomes more and more vital. So can you elaborate on your IT system, what it offers for your clients, how they can benefit from it?
For want of a better word, it's like a client relationship management system. So it actually manages 3 areas really for the company and for the client. That's the information, because how we deal with information in a business is extremely important. Then the project management side of life, these clients with so many projects to manage per client has to be done effectively and professionally. And then the third area is accounting. We're paying their bills, we're managing their expenses. Our clients want to know how much their car's costing them, what their house is costing them, what they're spending on their gardener. And with this, useful information, they can then, make decisions. So we created a kind of customized bespoke system that's extremely secure, that on the information side of life, we can see exactly what our client's portfolio is. We can see, you know, how many cars they have, houses, when they want to be contacted, when they want us, the days that work for them for their household appointments. We can see exactly what events we're managing for them, you know, what projects are ongoing, you know, what we've achieved, what invoices need to be paid, what have already been paid. You know, it's that clear picture of this is the client and this is where we're at today. On the project management side, we can manage, as I mentioned, multiple projects for them, and it means that if a PA goes on holiday, then I can give access to another PA and they can see that we're at this stage of the life cycle of this project and the next actions that need to be done are clearly defined. So it's not all stuck in that one PA's head, as that would be very dangerous if that PA goes on maternity leave, for example. And then for the accounting side of life, it's creating these really in-depth reports monthly and annually, so you can really see, you know, your income and your expenses and what's kind of costing you money, and make decisions accordingly.
Definitely. And how will this IT project affect Chronologica going forward?
Well, it obviously makes us be able to grow our company confidently. You know, we can take on more clients and we know that they're going to be, you know, receiving this fantastic service. Nothing is going to be forgotten. Our IT system sends us alerts for all the important dates. So, you know, we're being reminded, Mr. X's passport will run out in 12 months' time, his permit will run out in 8 months' time, his security contract, you know, automatically renews in 2 months' time. And therefore, we are always being proactive and saying, you know, let's get you a new proposal. You know, if your garden is too expensive, let's look into that, let's get you another quote. So it enables us to grow, take on clients and still remain, proactive. But it also means that we can be transportable. So if tomorrow we want to go and set up Chronologica in Zurich or in London, we can take our IT system, and we already have, you know, a secure working platform that's proven to deliver results. And effectively we can get going, if you like.
Fantastic.
It's also customised. So, you know, if you're a relocation agency or a concierge company, for example, or a building administrator, architects, lots of different companies where you're managing lots of clients. Each you have multiple projects to manage. We can give them our IT system as a platform for them to use, because it's completely tailorable to deal with the information how they want it to be dealt with and to provide the service that they want. So, you know, they can be housing their clients' data in it, they can be managing all their clients' accounts from within it, and they can be, tracking everything that's going on per project. So there's definitely, you know, lots of avenues that will open up in terms of the IT system creating its own business, and Chronologica private administration company continuing to expand.
Fantastic.
And develop.
Lizzie, once again, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
And thank you for watching. Do make sure you keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV as we bring you plenty more updates and exclusive interviews. Bye for now.